Ngosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo murena buluka sichabasa Yesu ufedise dintwa limatswenye o murena bulu sichabasa Yesu ufedise dintwa limatswenye o sibuluke o sibuluke murena sibuluke hausichabasa sa Yesu sichabasa Afrika o sibuluke o sibuluke murena hausichabasa sa Yesu sichabasa Afrika sitima kube njalo makube njalo kuze kube ngunapha kate kuze kube ngunapha hawu makube njalo kuze kube ngunapha kate kuze kube ngunapha amandla.
Thank you very much, Commissar Tambo. Down the stem, down. Down the stem, down. Forward to Hector Peterson spirit, forward. Long live Hector Peterson spirit, long live. Fighters, today is June 16. It's the day we commemorate the heroes and heroines of 1976. But okubuhlungu is that even youth today abakabina mali yeskolweni. We even came up with sizofunda ngenkani. But to warn you is that the government of today is not going to give you that money. So I'm going to request that the fighters at the back must not use that stand, because millions of rands were spent on that unfinished stands that could collapse at any moment. So please be safe and don't go to that side, because the money which was supposed to go to the student funding was wasted there. They can't even build proper facilities for our children to have entertainment fields. We are going to call upon now Fighters Fiso Ngwenya to give us a prayer and an item. Fighters Fiso, come forward. Fighters Sipho Ngwenya.
Greetings to the leadership of the EFF. Let us bow our heads and pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you, we give you praise, we honor you. As we are about to start this program, be with us. In Jesus' name we have prayed, amen. Ariandad.
Thank you very much, Fighter Sipho. Sizawucela uKhomisam Mbuyiseni azosamkela and make sure that izinja zibotshiwe. Khomisam Mbuyiseni.
Manta Batia Zania Izweleto Solitat Gepazoga from Cape to Cairo, au Morocco to Madagascar, Batile I Azania Izweleto Solitata Galo Malema Batile I Azania Awi Azania Soitata Ge EFF Mandla Awe Tu Manda Ashur Matimba Aina Abushen Minjani Nai Fukil Nemasiar Ovua Andotakara Delofuna Lote. Thank you very much, comrades. My job is very simple this afternoon. In a commemoration of June 16, when the death of young people vibrated across the globe for fighting the system of apartheid. We want to welcome the officials of the EFF, led by the Commander-in-Chief, Julius Malema. Want to welcome them to the home of the EFF. Tulamela is the home of the EFF. Collins Chabani is the home of the EFF. Mosina is the home of the EFF. Makado is the home of the EFF. Vembe is the home of the EFF. We've come to drink out of your cup, President. We open our hearts and our minds. We will not make an excuse of our youth. We will not allow to slumber and sleep. We are open our hearts so that you can educate us of the ideas of Stephen Bantu Bonke Biko, of the ideas of Tsietsi Mashinini, of the ideas of black pride, so that when we go from here, we will build the EFF from village to village, from street to street. Across all our people, we are going to build the EFF. My last message is to appeal to all of you. Don't leave this rally without internalizing this message. You are the EFF. Each and every one of you. You are the Julius Malema of your ward. You are the Floyd Shibambu of your ward. You are the shield of our people in your ward. When you are there, the ANC must dance, it must run, no corruption must ever happen for as long as you breathe. Amandla! Long live the spirit of Stephen Biko, long live Doribuang Amanda.
Thank you very much, Khomisam Mbuyiseni. We are now going to call upon Fighter Rofiwa to give us an item. Fighter Rofiwa, please make your way to the stage. Forward to the year of the branch, forward.
Aye, EFF, aye. Amanda. Kezo, arfarene yordochira. Zone. So
Thank you very much, Fighter Rofio. We are going to stay here. Siyalala. Asindao. He is going to come back. Now, fighters, in commemoration of the youth of 1976, the EFF yagcina isithembiso. So kuba the young people will always lead us. Now join me in calling the EFF Student Command President, Commissar Shikwambana, to address us. Commissar Shikwambana.
Amandla, awe to, viva the EFF, viva. Viva the EFF Students Command, viva. Kula EFF Tulamela, kula. Kula EFF Tulamela, kula. Kula EFF Students Command, kula. Pambili EFF, pambili. Away with ANC, away. Down with ANC, down. Down with corrupt ANC, down. Forward with the EFF, forward. Thank you very much, Chairperson, President of the EFF, Commander-in-Chief, Deputy President and the officials of the EFF, and all members who are here, the convening coordinator of the province of Limpopo, and also let me thank the provincial leadership of the EFF Students Command, which is here today. Members of the EFF, members of the EFF Students Command who are here today. We are here as young people of South Africa, as young people of the EFF, and young people in their nature are active people. We have seen it in 1976 when there were a series of demonstrations and protests led by young people in South Africa, in Soweto, when they were fighting against the introduction of Afrikaans as the medium of instructions in the schools within South Africa. The youth of 1976 identified the reason why to fight and what they want to fight for. So it's up to us as the youth of today to identify what we need to fight for as the youth of South Africa. Youth of South Africa, young people of South Africa, you have no reason to relax where you are, because where you come from, you don't have proper roads. Where you come from, there's no electricity. Where you come from, there's no water. Where you come from, majority of young people are not working. Where you come from, your parents are not working. Where you come from, you are poor. Where you come from, you are not even at school. Today, the youth of South Africa is on the street. They are doing drugs. They are drinking a lot, not because by choice, but because of the situations that are forcing them to enter into drugs, that are forcing them to go to alcohol. And we've got a government of the day that has neglected young people. We have a president who have neglected the young people. We have Ramaphosa who claims to come from Venda, but he has never done anything for people of Venda. We have Ramaphosa whom today, when the people of Venda do not have electricity, do not have water, he's hiding millions of dollars in his farm. People are dying in hunger. What type of a president is that? Young people of South Africa, let me tell you, let me encourage you that there's no one who will fight for your future except yourself. Go and register to vote. Go and register to be members of the EFF, because it's only EFF that can bring the future which you want. It's the only EFF that can bring the jobs which you want. It's the EFF that can deliver proper roads here in Venda. It's the EFF that can deliver water and electricity. So let me not forget as I crocodile. I'm going to crocodile by saying the EFF Student Command today is turning 7 years. Happy birthday, EFF Students Command. Happy birthday. Kula, EFF Student Command. Kula. Amandla. Awe, to. Bana mona bano satane. Emareka na batubo lava. Sabazonda mavarara. Emareka na batubo lava. Ramaphosa samzonda. Emareka na watubo lava. Bagaketsa wati tumamina. Emareka na watubo lava. Usirili samzonda. Emareka na watubo lava. Bagaketsa wati tumamina. Emareka na watubo lava. Amandla. Thank you very much, fighters.
Siyabulela President we Student Command. Yesterday, President, the leader of the ANC and the Deputy Chief Whip of the ANC in Parliament insulted young people. And she said if young people would be in charge of this country, they will sell it for 15 cents. And she said that with a straight face. So fighters, what your President of the Student Command is saying, every member of the EFF Student Command must be the member of the EFF to unseat the cruel ANC in 2024. Fighters, there is no future for both of us. The EFF of 2024. Forward to the year of the branch, forward. Forward to the year of the branch, forward. Forward to EFF Student Command, forward. Happy birthday, EFF Student Command, happy birthday. Happy birthday, EFF Student Command, happy birthday. Thank you very much. We are now going to call upon the DSG to introduce the leadership that is here today. Over to you, Deputy Secretary General. Poppy, my lord.
Maibuye. He Africa. Viva EFF, viva. Viva EFF, viva. Viva EFF, viva. Long live to our Commander-in-Chief, President Julius Malema. Long live. Ai khule EFF mo Limpopo, ai khule. Ai khule EFF mo Limpopo, ai khule. Commander-in-Chief and the officials, and also greet the commissars that are here and all the fighters. And thank you. Ki buse gone jwalo ke tlo le tsebisha boetapele jwa rena jo re nang le jona mo mokgatlong wa rena. Today rena le our RILC, which is the Regional Interim Leadership Corps, ya mo Limpopo, re bushe re be le PILC, which is the Provincial Interim Leadership Corps. Ke kgopela ba emelele ba le dumedisha. Mo magareng ga bona re bushe re be le our capable and our hard-working commissars who were sent to come here in Limpopo. They must come and rebuild and strengthen our beloved organization in the province. Bona, they are led by our Commissar Dr. Mbuyiseni, who is the convener, and also Commissar Rebecca Mushala, who also renale Commissar Mtini Chwaku, rebele Commissar Lien Mateis, rebele Commissar Tembi Nsane, lebona abamelele balidumedis. And Commissar Jeanette Coman. Thank you. Kia leboga. And le honorape renale our former national chairperson, Advocate Dali Mpofu. May he come forward.
Mandla. Away, 2. Manda. Manda. Long live the EFF, long live. Long live the CIC, long live. Phansi Ramaphosa, phansi. Phansi Ramaphosa, phansi. Phansi Didi Mabuza, phansi. Phansi Gwete Mantashe, phansi. Forward to 1 million members, forward. Join EFF, join. Join EFF, join. Tata Chuchu Tata.
Enkosi Advocate. Ribushe gape Ribeli, our former Secretary General, who is now Commissar Godrich Gadi, and also Head of International Relations. Re kgopela tle ka pele le ena.
Manda. Manda. Matimba. Matimba. Forward with the EFF, forward. Long live the EFF, long live. Forward to 2024, forward. Amanda. Realeboga.
Realeboga. And Ribushe gape Ribeli, our former Treasurer General, who is Commissar Lien Mateis, as well as his spokesperson Sarena. Re kgopela tle ka pele. All right. Utlo batamela isigale. Re bushe gape re be le our spokesperson, Commissar Sinao Tambo.
Mandla. Away, 2. Long live the undying spirit of CIC Mashinini, long live. Long live the undying spirit of CIC Mashinini, long live.
Thank you very much. Jwalo ke tlo tsibisha our officials ba re nang le bona. Re na le our Treasurer General, Commissar Omphile Maotwe.
Mandla. Matimba. Aina. Happy birthday, EFF Student Command. Happy birthday. Ay khule Thulamela Sabrijin, ay khule. Ay khule Musina Sabrijin, ay khule. Ay khule Makado Sabrijin, ay khule. Ay khule Vemberijin, ay khule. Ay khule Limpopo Province, ay khule.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ribushe Rebeli, our National Chairperson, Commissar Veronica Mente.
Sizofunda ngenkani shiwelele shiwelele ma wa sesizofunda ngenkani shiwelele shiwelele ma wa commanders tethelele shiwelele shiwelele ma wa commanders tethelele shiwelele shiwelele ma wa rolling papa rolling papa roll. Thank you very much.
Diabulela, Ribushe Rebeli, our Secretary General, Commissar Marshal Dlamini.
Manda. Manda. Matimba. Matimba. Amanda. Amanda. Long live the Commander-in-Chief, long live. Long live the Commander-in-Chief, long live. Forward to 1 million members by December. Forward. Forward to 1 million ground forces by December. Forward. Forward to 1 million members by December. Forward. Amanda.
Long live EFF, long live. 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 Thank you. And Dwalo ke tlo tia nako e ke le tsebishe to our Deputy President, yena ke Commissar Floyd Nyiko Shivambu.
Amandla. Amandla. Manda. Manda. Matimba. Yaina. Viva the economic freedom fighters. Viva. Forward to economic freedom. Forward. Long live the fighting spirit of CIC Mashinini. Long live. Long live the fighting spirit of Mbuyiso Makubo. Long live. Long live the fighting spirit of Khotsosi Atlulwa. Long live. Long live the fighting spirit of Hastings Ndlovu. Long live. Amandla. Viva the Commander-in-Chief. Viva. Long live the Commander-in-Chief. Long live. 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 Amanda. Away two. Thank you very much, Deputy Secretary General Roluwang Amanda, Deputy Secretary General Popi Mailula. Ikensile ku inkweni ka hina ifikile la ka rally ya EFF. Ntirho wa mina a ntirho wo tala ngopfu namuntlha. My task is to introduce the leader of the revolution. My task is to introduce a commander-in-chief, is to introduce the #1 ground force of the economic emancipation movement. My task is to introduce to you, to address this June 16 commemoration. I'm here to introduce the Commander-in-Chief and President of the Economic Freedom Fighters. I'm here to introduce a revolutionary whom we can count in the same line as Khotsosi Atlulwa, as Mbuyiso Makubo, as CIC Mashinini. I'm here to introduce the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Economic Freedom Fighters. Comrade President.
Amandla, Manda, Ahashu, Matimba, Aina, Matla, Yaruna. Viva EFF, viva! Aiwole EFF, aiwole! Tata EFF, tata! Tata EFF, tata! Ikensile Tatana Shibambo. Ikense abarangiri by EFF, ba province na region, and we must also thank our ground forces. We must also thank our grandmothers and grandfathers. Kegulu in the tent. We thank you very much for coming here on the day of the youth. ka Sepedi ba re mogolo a tlhokege baneng. So re thabile hore the real champions of 1976, they are in the tent. Those are the ones who fought with the Boers. And Rena, we just inherited from them. Rena, batho ba Thoyando, kaofela rona, re a itseba ntwa against apartheid. Because when we fought 46 years ago, re etile pele ke bo Steve Biko, bo tsietsi mashinini, re be re lwela gore mo Vembe mo, we want a better life. We did not fight Movember or Resokole the way we are struggling today. Here in Venda, a lot of our people were in Konto Sizwe. Here in Venda, people fought from the mountains against the apartheid government. So when we are here, we are the children of heroes and heroines of our struggle. We are not children of cowards. We are children of the brave warriors. Chilwabusuku fought against the nonsensical apartheid regime. So no one should ever claim that Onkopotse Tiro, when he was fighting against apartheid, he did not have the people of Venda, the people of Vembe in his mind. Today, when you go to Collins Chaban, it's as if there are no people living there. They've forgotten about the people of Malamulele. They've forgotten about the people of Musina, who stayed for long days without water on this day and age. The ANC must be ashamed that Onkopotse Tiro, when he led the struggles against Africans, it was not necessarily against the language. It was about the dignity of a black child. That we, no one can impose a language on us. We'll speak Afrikaans if we want to speak Afrikaans. No one must force us to speak Afrikaans. There is nothing special about Afrikaans. There is everything special about Venda because it sounds so nice. There is everything special about Tsonga because it sounds so nice. Why should Africans be compulsory in Vembe? Why are you not making Venda compulsory? That we learn history in Venda because we will pass it 100%, because it is taught in our language. Today, white people think they are better than us. Why? They are taught in their language. That's why mathematics is taught in English, and they speak English. So they will pass it better than us because they can hear it properly. Today, we can produce the best of the best doctors, not because you are dunderheads. No, you are being forced to use the language that is not yours. The people of Spanish, they speak Spanish. The people of France, they speak French. But here in Vembe, we speak English to speak to each other because they imposed their language on us and divided us. So, comrades, the children moved from the streets and went into beer halls. Ba fita ba thuba mayala batho ba bagolo ba fita ba destroya the bottle stores and taverns, ba chulla di KB, ba re ko bathong ba bagolo. We are dying on the streets. You are busy drinking alcohol. You have surrendered to alcohol. You have given up on fighting for the dignity of black people. Therefore, we are going to close the shebeens. All of us are going to fight on the streets. The Boers were armed with automatic rifles which are meant for war. Our children were armed with stones and hope that one day we will get our freedom. Whether we die now, whether they kill us now, they will not kill all of us. Those who survive will see freedom one day. We are here because those who came before us refused to surrender to alcohol. So today is not a day of alcohol. Today is not a day of celebrating. Today is a day of pausing and making reflections on where do we come from. Why did people die? Once you answer that question, then you will know that we are not where we're supposed to be. Stop moving around, surrendering to drugs, surrendering to alcohol, abusing alcohol, saying you are unemployed. You are not unemployed because you lack talent. You are unemployed because Ramaphosa has not given you a job. And Ramaphosa did not make it a secret. He said it in parliament. It's not the job of government to create jobs. But when he was campaigning, he came here in Vembe and said he's going to give the youth jobs. After you elected him, he said, he made a U-turn. It is not my job to give you jobs. If your parent can say to you, it's not my job to feed you, why is this person still called a parent? Because a role of a president is to be a father figure and a mother figure to the orphans. Those who don't have parents must look at government and say, because of this government, I don't feel like I don't have parents. Because I've got a caring government. The people here in Vembe must stop this thing of say, hi, Cyril Ramaphosa, the Muvenda, Wahashu, Uhuma, Vembe, hey, The Muvenda, so what? What has he done for you? We have never met such a useless vendor in our lifetime. Arna madiwe, reduda madi, reduda mishumo, reduda mu president wa Muvenda, reduda mu president who will give us jobs. Whether you are Venda, whether you are Tonga, whether you are Pedi or Zulu, it doesn't matter. What matters is we want a president that will love the youth of South Africa, that will prioritize the youth of South Africa, that will give the youth of South Africa jobs. Anyone who doesn't give us jobs is not our friend. We don't care whether they come from where we come from or not. How can a man be so rich to a point where he even puts money under the mattress? Me and you were not going to eat today when we sleep. The president, the bank, his bank is too full. He can no longer bank. He's now banking in the mattress. The bank is full, the mattress is full, the couches are full. When you go into his kitchen, le ka mo di rakeng o pakile di dollar tsa di chelete. Is this what CIC Mashinini died for? Bameta, Bamolaya Maburu, Hebamolaya, Oba Huelor, the politician, the Humeli, the Nala, and then our people must remain poor. Is this what Hector Peterson was killed for? Because when Hector died, he never had a demand that a president must have thousands and millions of dollars under his feet. Habasana Ditlong, they are no longer hiding. They are eating in front of us. You know why? Because the people of Bembe, they will still vote for them 80%. Yet, you don't have water. Yet, you don't have proper houses. Yet, you don't have the roads here in Toyando. If there is a tar road, it has got potholes. Marali votela ANC 80%. Why? Because these corrupt people are not longer scared. They know they can steal in front of you. You will not do anything. You will still vote for them. When you talk, they give you 350 and they silence you. What is 350? When a man has got so millions and is eating them alone, they are buying us. They are buying our silence. We don't want 350. We want jobs that are going to pay us very well. And then we will look after ourselves. We are not a charity case. The youth of CIC Mashinini are not a charity case. We were never a charity case. We are not asking for handouts. We want to work the land ourselves. We want to work the mines ourselves. We want to own the banks ourselves. Why should we be given the crumbs that falls from the master's table? After they eat, they give us leftovers in the name of 350. Vembe, you need to learn a lesson. Vembe had a bank under apartheid called VBS. This bank was formed by black people. They supported the bank on their own. Wajena mu president wa Movenda atswalela banka ya Vembe nna le Floyd ra tsamaya ra yo kopana le ena Cape Town. Rar African Bank, when it was falling, you government bailed it out and you gave it money. We ask you to save VBS. He refused to save it. He destroyed it because everything Ramaphosa touches, he destroys. They say if the youth of South Africa will lead this country, we will sell it for 15 rand. Maybe they are correct because they know from themselves. They sold SAA for 57 rand. The whole airline was sold for 57 rand. There is no single part, kara machine. Even a broken machine, yausberek. There is no single part in that machine. Yao kosa 57 rand. Imagine now, urekisha the whole airline with all the planes, 57 rand. By destroying. They are now destroying Eskom. Let me tell you, once Eskom is privatized, me and you will not have electricity. Because we cannot afford a privately owned Eskom. Kibabudi jeba tubaka rekobona. Le putile matso ba tuba rekisha airline. no one will afford rena bamnyama. No one will afford to go to Cape Town because privately owned airline is very expensive. Because SAA was sponsored so that me and you can afford a ticket. Lena ibile le wese shem. Le tsula fair man. So it's clear or lutlobelelwa mo bembe la bala khwela now. Car Cape Town le ka se fite. Car flama chini ia tura. By privatize iche barlo e private ka ba ya kwa Twitter bare Malema wa tsba ile abolela. Ticket deal. Not only that, we used to have more than 50 flights to Cape Town per day. Today, adikafeta 3 per day. You are lucky. Bible line. Mara, there was an airline that was owned privately. Ewile malobanyana mobile toilet. Barlinglina lion. Come air. It was privately owned. Ewile. Margeba ja SAA. Bari, government is not running it properly. We are going to give it to a private sector. Why come air illegal? It was owned by private sector. It was not owned by government. So it doesn't mean when it is owned by private, it will succeed. Because private prioritizes profit. That's what they want. That's why the flights are 3 or 4 per day. Why? They cannot afford to have more flights because it will affect their profit. So to us, SAA was not luxury. It's a mode of transport which must be subsidized and owned by government so that we can afford to travel kwa moyeng. Re avoid dikoloi tsa mo fase. There are too many. That's why they cause accidents. No inale company mo South Africa ba re ke Dinel ya producer dithunya, one of the best companies, destroyed. E will. Auna ntwe ba itshwereng ba sa destroya. Ba fita ba kriya June 16 ye ya rena ye ya bana ba skolo ba change. This was a student uprising day, ba re ke youth day, ba change lina, or everything they touch they distort it, they misinform us. Ba fita ba kriya Sharpeville day, ba change ba re ke human rights day, because you must never know the truth and the real history of where we come from. Ka re le ka tseba history lena le tlo bulela matlo. Abanya ke batho ba bulela matlo. That's why le go skolo mo bembe mo ba re 60% ya bana they drop out. Under the EFF, none of you will drop out. Our education in the EFF is going to be free and it's going to be compulsory. Compulsory uska betamato saigurgi. Compulsory means utloya skolom by force. Urata usarati. We are going to educate you. Why? We are not scared of educated people, because educated people are independent thinkers and they can challenge the status quo. That's why more EFF, education must be fashionable. Hector Peterson, le Robert Sbukwe, le Steve Biko, long kopotse tiro. Ba lapile ke di uniform jele di aparanga June 16. Ba nyaka or le apare di gown. Tja or le graduateile. Re lapile ke uniform re bone. re nyaka hore le tsene ka mo Univen lene le tsene mahala. Education must be free and it must be quality education. Ha le tsena ka mo Univen a re nyaka o tseba hore mile or wa sokolana. Se re se nyakang ke certificate sa matriki sa hore o passitse botse. Then you have earned yourself a seat in the university. Le ga o so passe botse ngwana mma TVET shile ka kwa kere re a o tsenya le wena o tsene o rutee re fetse re o fe mmereko mo thulamela municipality o ska bereka bana ba ma ANC fela ba tsentshana ka di relative ba ngai bona ka ba dengeno ko bana mushumo ngafa a re tsentshane according to the qualification. Kar mo thulamela mo taba tja ona re a di tseba ba re banya ko robala le wena before ba o fa mmereko e ba sa robale le wena a ba o fe mmereko e o se le ANC a o kere mmereko o tsene ma ANC fela kwa EPWP le di domkopo tjela tja ANC be re tsena le tsona sekolong di kry-ile mmereko ka bo ANC. Ngwana mma o ska ba apolela o ska robala le ba khalabe o nyaka mmereko nkampo o khwe ka tala o khwe ka seriti o ska tsamaya o robala le ba khalabe ba ANC o fetse o ke tsole for the rest of your life. Babotjor mmereko wa mapa yona go nyaki ke ile sekolong I am qualified. That's what is going to get me a job, not because I slept with someone. In the municipality, Kwa Musina municipality is just a small municipality. Ubereka di relative ka moka chama ANC but bana le ka di fane ba bitjana le ka di retwe mushabi ba jigaso. So comrades, Arieng rolwela makado yela ebuwe ebe ya EFF relwele Collins Tabane ite mo because but ba Collins Tabane banyaka fela metsi banyaka ditsila banyaka proper houses argani di molo re di celebrate tje ba di kwa Collins Tabane. But modern malls ro reka ka eng ka arena chelete re nyaka mebereko o re khona o reka ka mo di molong tsa masingita re rata or masingita o improve malamulela itlo ba santen mara ka se be santen ya o tlhoka ditsela ya o tlhoka motlhahasi. So the only people who can change that is the EFF. That's why by Chaba, because ba tsiba gore EFF ka tšea Makwarela is going to be one of the most beautiful towns e leng gore ge ba e lebelela ba tlo bona gore oh, this is how the EFF governs. Ha EFF e aga Ibusha, it's in every street, tar road. It's in every street, street lights. Why? It's in every street, tar road and street lights. Every house must have a tap water. Why? Because every town, moma kwa anangona, ona letsila. Ona le metsi, ona le di street lights, ona le di petlele, di kliniki di wona. Everything white people want is what we want for the people of Makwarela. Because the people of Makwarela are not different from white people. Rena ara commit a crime because retwa PPD, bara lena leba PPD, you are nothing. No, Rena, we are more important than the people of Lois Richard. Those whites in Lois Richard found us here. This is our land. How can a visitor be more beautiful in my house than me? Because these people are visitors. So, Chisaul must be one of the best places. Ibelimbeti, ama clean, ailongor, lebana, barna kodikolo, bana loona, bana lidi toilet, and not just toilet, flushing toilet in Chisaul. It's possible. Uskana na realora. What we say, we mean it. Rinyaka or everywhere. Bo big tree. Bo chikunda Malema. Everywhere in this Bembe region. Hopefully a better place. Even a better place. Why? Because you are human beings. This thing that you are treated like animals must come to an end. Comrades, Mobembemo, I was shocked. Hebabala crime stats. Baribembe, in particular Toyando, is in the top 4. Ya rape. Kar bavenda bahashu. Barliakata. So please, Bembe and the people of Bembe and the people of Toyando are known for respecting women. Let's start saying Shakabatu. Bala bala ka kwa parlamente re lebeletse fase re swabile because GBV mo Bembe mo is too high. Batuba Bembe, Banaba Bembe, please make a self-reflection. Let's stop the GBV. Let's stop the rape. Let Toyando be known for what it is, a place of peace and respect for one another. It cannot be one of the capital cities of rape. Not Toyando. Not where we come from. Because Rena, re rutile ore, basadi ba buledishwa. Abakatiwi. So, oboncha ore, le tsene ke le lopo le lengwe le le wrong. Le tomi lo kata le ba khekolo ba bagolo. What type of madness is that? This sickness in our society must be stopped. And who's going to stop it? The men of Bembe are going to stand up on their own and say enough is enough. There is no one who's going to rape a woman and do it in our name. Let us stop abusing women. Then they will not need any protection from any man. The motto must never be, let's protect women. Protect them from what? Wena getswara, wena self. How ka getswara? Women will not need protection. Fighters, let's make sure that this place becomes a safe place for women and for everyone. Rena were the most favored in Bembe, were the university. Were the most favored because university means we must produce educated people. And these educated people cannot be rapists, cannot be abusers of women. Lena, Lilendikolo, re busy kwa parlamenteng. We are fighting with government gore ba swanetše ba lefe graduation tax. Or ge o graduatile o sa kry mmereko, government must pay you that you went to school and you are not finding a job. Why? Agere shiba ba lefa di 350. Aba re fe di 350 ka moka, ke moka ba o rutea ba ishe odimunyana. O be le level. Re ska do tshwana ka gore a re tshwane le ka mabambiri a re tshwane. A o na le matric e re enyana. A o na le degree e re enyana. A o na le honors e re enyana. A o na le masters e bolaye. Why? Re nyaka the people who come after you ba ye sekolong. Because ha le ka tsena sekolo la skere mmereko la ba unemployed, bana ba batlang after you, but Lord, why must I go to school? My sister went to school here, she's unemployed. Ebile o phala ke le gintsa lela, o phala ke le gintsa la Jerusalem, le ja tšhelete o feta graduate. We don't want that. We want criminals to be in jail, and then graduates must be the ones who are more richer, so that we encourage children to go to school. Because arsale pateli le ka se skolo. So we want to go to school, and ANC ganne malobo kwa parlamenting. Riri. One, re phasa molao